Hello everyone. Due to the requests of friends and members of the Forex Signals channel on Telegram, we have prepared this video, in which we will talk in general about how to use the signals to enter the market or to practice it according to your own strategy. As you can see, more than 90% of the signals are successful, and all these signals free, and always will be free. Well, this is the last signal we posted, but how did we determine the entry price, and why did we choose these targets specifically? To find out, I prepared one of the simple strategies that I use, and if you want to practice these signals, you can use any strategy, according to the steps that we will talk about in this video. To find a similar entry signal, you must start with the following sequence. First, start by setting the chart on a 4-hour frame. Second, determine the type of the signal. Is it a buy signal or a sell signal? And to find out this, you can use any of the moving average indicators. Most of the time, I use the 10 and 1 indicator as it is free and saves space for other indicators. As for the settings, I use the simple moving average 200 as a secondary indicator, as well as EMA 200, which is the primary and always the most important indicator. When I see that the market is moving above these two moving averages, as is happening now, I will look for buying positions, but if the market is below these two lines, I will look for short positions, and sometimes I will not look for anything, because I honestly hate entering into short positions. Since I made sure that I will look for a long position, I will place support and resistance lines as we explained in previous videos, but I always prefer to use trend lines. And to draw trend lines, we will need the trend tool from here. In order to draw trend lines, always look for the nearest three bottoms or tops to the current price, and do not forget that the chart is on a 4-hour frame. Also focus on the type of candles close to your trading place. Here, we notice the presence of two hammer candles, and the presence of such candles here increases confidence in this area. After completing this part, I will move on to the second part, but this time the chart will be on 1-hour frame. The first thing that must be done on the 1-hour chart is to search for the trend close to the current price, as we did in the first stage. In this case, drawing a trend line in this area is the closest trend line to the current price. And to confirm the trend line, you must see more than one price retracement. And this also happened on the 4-hour chart. But what is the benefit of these two lines? These two lines confirm to me that the price is currently in a retracement area, which is the oversold area, according to the 4-hour and 1-hour frame. On the 4-hour chart, we found hammer candles in this area, and here, at 1-hour frame, we find a green candle that rebounded at the trend line, and it also represents a bullish Arami pattern, and this is evidence that there is a buying momentum in this area. And when we see the indicators, we find that the Kdj indicator is in the oversold zone, and the RSI indicator is also moving in the oversold zone. But with all these pointers, is it the right time to buy? Of course not. We must check the 15-minute frame as well, because it is the target frame in this strategy. So, let's put the chart into a 15-minute frame. This is great. Here we find two inverted hammer candles, whose wicks have been swallowed up by a large green candle, and as we know that the wicks from above mean resistance, and the appearance of a large green candle after them means that this resistance has been broken by the last green candle. Here, in the Kdj indicator, a buy signal appears, and here, in the RSI indicator, we also find the beginning of a buy signal. All indicators and confirmations make this a perfect signal to enter, so, shall we enter now? Yes, we can buy now, but since we're not running away from anyone, we still have time to see the 5-minute chart. In the 5-minute chart, we find a green candle with an upper wick longer than the lower wick, and this is not good, but if this wick is broken, it will be better than good. And this type of candle may remind you of the Hoffman strategy and the 45 candles. And if you do not remember this, I advise you to watch Hoffman's strategy on the channel. Well, when you activate the Hoffman indicator, you will determine that it is actually a 45 candle by the appearance of the red triangle above it. In order to find the Hoffman indicator, enter the indicator box and type Hoffman, and it will appear here. As we explained in a previous video, if the wicks of these candles are broken with sensor PIPS, we will enter directly above it. For this, let us draw a line a little above this candle, so that this line will be the place to buy in case the price is reached. And according to this, the buy order will be 1.278. When you look at the signal, you will find that the entry price is the same price that we posted in the Telegram channel. When running, you will find that the price has reached this area, and the candle was red at its beginning, which gave us an opportunity to send the signal on Telegram channel, and after about 3 minutes, it changed to a large green candle, and this can be seen on 1 minute chart. As you can see on the 1 minute chart here, we have determined the entry place by the blue horizontal line, and here, when this candle touches the price line, we send the signal to the Telegram channel. Trading in this way may seem a bit complicated, but do not worry, as all your information increases, it has become easy, and you will not need all these complicated details to trade. Now that we know how to set the entry signals, so how do we determine the take profit? To determine the take profit in this method, we will return to the 1 hour chart. Always try to keep the chart clean, and don't leave out the lines and indicators that you have already used. Since we are on a 1 hour chart and looking for target areas, we will use Fibonacci levels. Honestly, I have not explained Fibonacci levels before, but I am surprised by some channels on YouTube that use the last price as a reference to determine these levels. At least in my view, it is wrong. When you draw it in this way, you did not get previous close levels, and the price may move away from the last level, and you will not find any level to depend on, except the void. For this, do not rely on the current bottom, and always look for the nearest top and the closest bottom to the current price. Also, try to make the bottom you chose as the bottom close to the current price level. Well, let's put these levels according to the last bottom and the last top, and if you want to know more about the secrets of Fibonacci and most of the ways to use it, please tell me in the comments. After setting the levels, we will set the targets, and the first level above the entry price, which is this line here, will be the first target. And it is the same as the first target on Telegram, which is 1.28. The second target will be according to the second level above the current price, which is this line here. And when you compare it to the signal that we sent on Telegram, you will find that it is exactly the same. The last part of this video will be about how to practice the signal and how to know some of the indicators used. In order to know the indicators that give a signal, I advise you to use the Easy Indicator, which was suggested by Alexander P. This indicator enables you to know the names of the indicators that give buy signals at the moment and the names of indicators that give sell signals as well. As for the indicators that we use to confirm the signal, the first indicator is the Kdj Indicator, and the settings are as follows. The period is 35, signal K is 4, and the signal D is 3. As for the RSI indicator, it will be on the default settings, which are 14, sometimes I change the length to 24, but the default settings remain the most used. Also, using several different time frame may help you find entry points more accurately. And do not forget to use the screener and use the filters to save the time of manual search and to find the right opportunities to enter. Search the channel for the Harami pattern, the Hoffman strategy, and the use of the screener and filters, and also search the channel for how to draw support, resistance, and trend lines, and you will find everything you need. If you have time, these are most of the questions you may need to know. Finally, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Good luck.